I mean, from Detroit, I was listening to your video. I said, now Elizabeth might be a little hood now. She got a little hood and she from Detroit.
Yes. I love Detroit City. Honestly, it really has helped shape me who I am today. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you were adopted at 3 months old.
Yes.
And you came to America and you were adopted by a white family.
Yes.
So I can imagine how that must have been growing up.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It wasn't really, I only knew what I knew. So I had no contrast. I just knew that I looked different and I didn't fit in anywhere because I was too Asian for white people. I was too white for Asian people. I just didn't fit anywhere. And honestly, growing up, Black people really did accept me the most out of all races.
Well, you know, Black people, we accept all the folks, okay? We got an open door policy in the Black community. Come on in. And I think because we've been so marginalized ourselves. So we understand what it's like to be on the outside of life.
Yes.
And so we welcome people in. And so growing up in Detroit, you find yourself, I mean, at 14 years old, you're on your own at 14.
Yeah. I decided to move out of my parents' house. I was just, I started trying to sell drugs at 12, like baggies of sage. I thought I was
saw
selling
sage in a baggie.
Yeah.
And you was trying to sell
little
dime bags.
Trying to sell it. And really, I started drinking around that same time. And I just, kind of fell into the fast life really quickly. And I moved out of my parents' house at 14, in with my high school sweetheart and his drug-addicted father. And there was no oversight there. So I really learned how to sell drugs at that time. There were some guys down the block that, taught me the game. And I started, being the weed person of the school. And since I was going to college parties all the time, I met some guys that were making fake IDs. So I supplied my entire high school with fake IDs. So the hustle was on at that time.
The hustle was on at 14 years old. And then you find your way, like so many lost girls, into the strip club.
Yes. I wanted to make money. I was really smart. I could have went to college, but my brain was not prepped to do that. My brain wanted something exciting, right? Exciting is something to bring that energy. So yeah, I fell into stripping at 18, and that's when the drugs got really bad for me. I started taking a lot of them because I had to numb out what I was doing to be able to function and do it, So it was a really toxic time for me.
So what were the drugs that you started at this age? Because you're at 18, 19 years old in a strip club. You're drinking heavily. But then what are the drugs outside of weed that you start getting into?
So I started taking Adderall in high school because it helped. I like the up feeling, right? And that's a brain thing. But, I mean, when I was stripping, it was cocaine. That was the up feeling. So I got into cocaine and ecstasy. And then alcohol it was really those three. I just, kind of really fell into that life. And then it was, Xanax here and there to be able to go to sleep. And, moving out to Hollywood to try to follow my dreams. Being in Hollywood back when I was there, I was going to all the red carpet parties, all the hottest places. And out there, it was like cocaine was like a glass of water. Like, you want a bump? You want a glass of water? Same thing. So it was so there. And so I really got into a bad, probably cocaine habit when I was in Hollywood.
Yeah, because you get discovered in the clubs, and that, starts your music, because you are now an actress. You the video vixen.
Yeah.
In a lot of videos in the early 2000s.
Yes. I was walking out of a club in Detroit, and some guy was like, "Hey," he's like, "You're pretty." He's like, "You should be a model." And he asked me to be a presenter at the 2006 Detroit Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah.
So that's how I fell into modeling. And from there, it just kind of built. And, I moved to to LA with $300 in a dream. And really, I accomplished all my goals. I wanted to be on the big screen. I wanted to be on covers of magazines and be in TV shows and videos. And I accomplished those goals. So on the outside looking in, it was like I had this magnificent, awesome life, and I was living the dream of so many people. But on the inside, I was broken. I mean, I was distracting myself with parties and drugs and alcohol and busyness. So, yeah.
In the chaos. I mean, but then, I told you before you started, I said you was a dancer, baby, you was a scammer. You done all the things.
Yeah.
I thought you might be from Atlanta.
Yes. I mean, honestly, I really started trying to hustle in the streets at 12. And when I learned how to do it at 14, and then I still was doing it throughout my high school career, I mean, it just was a part of me, I guess, at the time. And when I moved to LA, I met these real scammers, and they showed me the real scam. And I was like, oh, you can make some real money doing this. And so I was also doing some fraud, credit card fraud, to be honest. And it got really crazy. It was a whole movie. We were traveling and scamming, and that went on for a little while. And I moved back to Michigan and continued the scam, and I was making so much money. I'm talking like $6,000 to $8,000 a day. And then I was with my ex, and I was like, look, I remember a conversation that we had. I was like, look, we were going to move to Atlanta. I was like, we just need to hustle.
It would have been perfect, Elisabeth. You would have fit right in.
Look, I was going to stop scamming, though. I was like, this is too good. I was like, I'm making too much money right now, and I know I'm about to get caught. One more week, we'll stack up the money, and we'll move to Atlanta. That was the plan. And then right before the plan ended is when we got caught.
That's like the ending of every bad movie.
Yes,
we
I
just
know,
need one more week.
I swear to God.
Listen, Kane was just trying to get to Atlanta, and here he is, shot in the front yard.
Yes. But you know what? Now that I look back on that, I understand it was the energy, it's the frequency. It's all about frequency and vibration. And I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it. And I manifested what was coming. If it was just, all meant to be, it kind of shaped, and I was feeling that. So I kind of, put myself there to get caught, which I'm so glad now that I did.
I want you to talk about the moment you get caught, because you're in the store.
Yeah.
And you chumming it up with the girl at the register.
Yes.
You thinking she your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She like, oh, you cute.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Yes. My son's dad was like tapping me. He's like, yo, we gotta go. He's like, what? This is shady. I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. It's all good. I'm so used to doing this and getting away with it. So it's all good. And so finally, he pulls me, and he's like, no, we gotta go. And we walk out the store, and it was like a movie. I swear to God. I walk out, and you hear all these sirens, all these cop cars, and then they're all in their cars, and they open their doors, and they rush at us. And one guy, as he's rushing at me, he's like, you need to learn to hang out with different type of people. And then he hems my son's dad up on the wall. And I was like, well, little does he know this is my thing, not even,
this your scam. You the mastermind behind this.
Look, I was like, and so as soon as they found all the credit cards with my name on it in my car, they knew, and they stuck us in the back of the cop car, and that was it, man. That was it.
So you went to jail for how long?
I was in there for about 6 months, and I was fighting my case. Look, I was telling my son's dad now at the time, I was like, this is okay. It was a Friday. I'm like, we're just going to spend the weekend here. We'll be good. Monday, we'll get out because we'll get arraigned, and then we'll just bond out. I'm like, it's all good. We're just going to be here a couple days. And so he's looking at me like, yeah, it's going to be all right. Monday comes around, no arraignment. Tuesday comes around, no arraignment. Wednesday comes around, finally we get arraigned. And by this time, I was in max, so that's basically you're by yourself. And I've never, so I was going crazy, like walking in circles all day. I don't even know what happened to me in there, but get to the courtroom, and I'm standing there, and the judge says our bond was $250,000 cash only. Not like 10%, not cash surety, cash only. And I about fell over. I was like, we're not getting out.
Yeah.
Like, we're not getting out. And I looked at him, he looked at me, we got pale. I was like, it's over. It is over, and it was definitely over.
And so you did 6 months in jail, and your son's father did how long?
He did a little bit longer than me because I got out when it got bonded over, and the judge put 10% cash surety on the amount. And so my mother, thank God for my mother, she's been my rock, put up her house for me, and so I was able to get out. And then it took him a couple months later to get out because he did get a bondsman and stuff. And
this is your adopted mom. This is your mom.
Yes, yes. She's always been the rock in my life. She's never abandoned me, not once.